Get relief?
Yeah. Anyway, by 3 a.m. there were 5 of us massaging him and putting on little shows for him.
Okay, so, 5 girls for like 11 hours. This guy must have dropped a bundle.
25 grand. He had lots of problems and lots of plastic. The perfect client.
Victim's conscious. Did you go to the club alone?
Just to dance. Yes, Tilly for pain.
What time did you leave to go home?
10.
Hello?
Yes.
Did anybody follow you?
No, it was Jack.
Did you lock your door when you came in?
I thought so. I don't know. I had some drinks at the club. I got some water. A voice was behind me. If you turn around, I'll kill you.
Whose voice was it?
I don't know.
Your man sounds like he's still honing his fantasy.
Fantasy? Catherine Lansing might disagree.
These men construct scenarios in their heads and then act them out. They get off on humiliating, degrading, torturing another human being. The fact they didn't kill her means he's still taking baby steps. He tried. He was seasoned, he made sure.
You're saying we've got a serial killer who screwed up?
This may be his first. It won't be his last. He'll refine his operation as he goes. He's already well organized and careful. He's sure cleaned up good. He's probably studied crime scene procedure. He planned this down to the last detail.
Except the postman.
Again, shows he's new to the game. If he had his act down cold, he'd have walked right past the mailman, maybe smiled and said good morning.
So he's confronted with something he didn't plan for.
And he acts decisively, so there's one thing you know about him for sure.
What else?
He's meticulous, organized, in a line of work where he deals with minutia and doesn't have to stay in one place. Travels a lot. Probably white. No prior relationship with the victim. Seems normal to others. May or may not be married. Collects sadistic pornography. Most likely keeps a detailed record of his cruelties.
A lot of white men in New York City who travel have no prior relationship with Catherine Lansing.
This was not a one-time deal. He's been out there trolling.
Pull any incident reports that look promising. Women who had narrow escapes, hookers who got more than they bargained for. And send the crime details to all precincts. See if they got anything that matches.
I told the police officers I didn't want to press charges.
Well, the guy tries to strangle you and you want to let it go?
I want to keep my job, okay?
Is your job have to do with it?
I met this guy in a bar. We went to his place. Things got a little out of hand, so I left.
Patrol unit found you at 68th and Madison. You were dazed and half-dressed. You had ligature marks on your neck.
I'm into S&M, okay? It's not a crime. This guy wasn't responding to any of the safe words. It's a game, you know. Oh, he wasn't playing.
This guy have a name?
Matt,
Any point in asking you his last name?
I didn't care what his name was.
What's he look like?
30-ish, 5'10" or so, brown hair, brown eyes, clean shaven.
Where's his place?
You see the papers? You read about that woman who was tortured last weekend? Where's his apartment?
No, this isn't my apartment. The owner, Miss Fowler, has been in the Middle East since August.
Anybody staying here with you?
No. What's this about?
How long have you been here?
Since the 14th.
Who was here before you?
Oh, you're looking for the pervert, aren't you?
Why do you call him the pervert?
This was in the VCR. I guess he forgot about it when he left. I watched 10 seconds of it. It was disgusting.
You know his name or where he went?
When I moved in, there was a package by the door. I don't remember the name.
You remember who sent it, who delivered it?
Sorry. I asked the doorman to send it to the rental agency.
That'd be Matt Burks, one of our regulars. Travels a lot. Is he in trouble?
He's from out of town?
Seattle. Calls us a couple of times a year. He's coming in, needs a place to stay.
Town's full of hotels.
We got clients who need somewhere to stay. We got other clients who don't want their apartments vacant while they're gone. Everybody wins.
What do you know about Bergstrom?
Not much. I've never met him except on the phone. Freelances, something to do with computer games.
Why did he leave the co-op early?
Said he needed to be closer to the office.
You know where he went?
What'd you do with this package?
Sent it back to the company where he's working.
Matt Bergstrom, sure, he's the one who... Well, I'm not exactly sure what he does, but it's something about the content of the video games.
Is he here?
No, he left. What do you want him for?
Need to talk to him. You know where he's staying?
He won't be there. He went to dinner with Miss Kurtzman from product development. They left maybe a half hour ago.
Matt Bergstrom? Yes? We've got some questions for you. You want to come down to the station?
Questions about what?
We can discuss it at the precinct.
Are you arresting me?
Not unless we have to.
Some mistake. Guess I better clear it up.
Do you want me to call anybody, Matt?
No. No, it'll be fine. I'm sorry. I'll call you later. Lead the way.
So, you wrap this around a woman's throat and tighten it until she passes out. But you don't kill her, right? Because that wouldn't be any fun.
That's the sickest thing I've heard. I've told you those are gifts for the women I'm working with.
Oh, yeah. This is a great gift idea. And who are these for? Catherine Lansing?
Why do you keep asking the same questions? I don't know anything about any Catherine Lansing.
You know about Erica Davies, though, right? You tried to asphyxiate her.
I told you, she kept saying rougher. Rougher. And all of a sudden she kicked me, grabbed her clothes, and ran out.
Catherine Lansing wanted rougher, too?
I don't know Catherine Lansing.
Okay, once again, where were you from Saturday night till Monday morning?
It hasn't changed since the last time you asked. I did some paperwork at the hotel, and I walked around the city. I like to walk.
36 hours. You didn't see anybody you knew. You didn't talk to anybody you knew. You didn't call anybody. And nobody called you.
If I had seen or talked to anybody now, don't you think I'd say so? I'm not even from here.
We've asked the Seattle police to check you out. What are they going to tell us?
Hello. You have kept me here for 5 hours. You searched my hotel room. You took my picture without telling me why. You accused me of something I didn't do. Now, I have tried to cooperate here, but I'm done. Arrest me, or let me go. And I want my stuff back.
The club Catherine Lansing went to, I found 2 people who ID'd Bergstrom in the neighborhood.
The night she was there?
A couple days before, a bar right down the street from the club. Bartender says Bergstrom was there. Some blonde babe hit on him. He wasn't interested. Then he locked onto a brunette, and he spent about an hour trying to get her out the door.
She go with him?
No. Also, he sweet-talked some clerk in a CD store. She wasn't interested because she's got a girlfriend.
Well, we can't hold him on what we've got.
Let him call a lawyer, and then get that girl in here. The one he tried to strangle.
How many people do I have to tell? I'm not pressing
You
charges.
think you're the only woman this guy goes after?
Then talk to them. I work for a politician. I need the job. I can't get mixed up in this.
What do you think would have happened if you had kneecapped this guy and run out? It was in his eyes, wasn't it? He was gonna kill you.
Maybe I overreacted.
Her name is Catherine Lansing. Those are knife wounds. These injuries here, we don't know what they are. Marks where he tightened something around her throat. You know how this feels, don't you? He's pulling it tighter and tighter, and you don't know if he's gonna stop or keep going. But you did know, didn't you? You knew if you didn't get out of there, you were gonna end up like this. Look at her. Is your job really worth this? How many other women do you want him to savage?
All right, Mr. Bergstrom, you win. You're under arrest.
I didn't do anything to that woman. You can't possibly have any evidence.
Which woman are you talking about? Erica Davies filed a complaint. Charges assault in the first degree. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney.
You're not getting your boys back. They're going to the lab.
That one too.
Yet. There's nothing to find. I didn't do anything to that woman.
You say you didn't do anything to Miss Davies either.
Didn't do anything to her that she didn't ask for.
Was Catherine Lansing asking for it too?
That's not what I meant.
What about Leslie Dawes in Seattle?
Who? Misdemeanor assault, 3 years ago.
She accused him of trying to strangle her. Bad habits die hard.
He'll plead to assault 3. Pay a fine, promise to never do it again. I'll let you know. You have till Monday. Then I move to dismiss.
You got the assault charge.
And a victim with an offbeat sexual history, and even if we convict him, he only gets put away for a year at best.
It's 1 year that he's not killing people.
Yeah, the assault cases smoke and mirrors, and we used them up, getting prohibitive bail on a relatively minor charge.
Have the police go over it again. They still come up with nothing. And if Miss Davies can't be persuaded to cooperate, take the misdemeanor plea. Best we can do.
Aside from the unidentified saliva, there is nothing on these.
You checked every piece of clothing?
Everything means everything, right down to the soles of his shoes. The sole of this sneaker had creosote on it. There was a sliver of wood embedded in it.
Wood from what?
Maybe a railroad tie.
So, Bergstrom submitted restaurant receipts to the computer company for reimbursement.
Even psychos gotta eat.
Yeah, well, mostly he ate in his neighborhood, but 3 times in 1 week he went way the hell uptown to a place near Fort Tryon Park.
What do they call this, clutching at straws?
He came 3 nights in a row earlier this month. All 3 times he asked for that table like an insult to him.
You do anything besides eat?
Just sat there, looked out the window, smiling.
What was he looking at?
At the park.
And what in the park?
The leaves. How do I know?
We got a canine unit up there, sniffed through several acres. The dogs didn't find anything.
We talked to 2 uniforms who saw Bergstrom leaving the park at 4 a.m. on the 6th of this month. The exit nearest the restaurant.
They stopped him, didn't like his attitude, so they hung on to him while they looked around some. Zip.
The park, the train tracks. What the hell's he up to?
We checked his travels the last few years. Houston PD was investigating him on a case where a woman disappeared January last year.
What made them lock on to Bergstrom?
He was with her the day she went missing. They couldn't tie him in, but the case is still open.
I don't like where this seems to be going. How long has he been coming to New York?
The past 5 years.
Pull all the reports of missing women, open murder cases with a sex angle, see if anything matches up.
I have friends in the Houston DA's office. I'll give them a call.
Do we have a deal?
Does the name Anna Lasky mean anything to you? You had lunch with her in Houston on January 7th a year ago. Nobody ever saw her again?
God, not this again. I had lunch with her. She left in her car. I walked back to the house I was renting.
Her car was found at the San Antonio airport a week later, blood in the trunk.
Did they find my fingerprints on it? No. They didn't find one damn thing, not one reason to suspect me because I didn't do it.
We've heard how well you clean up after yourself. Washing the dishes, taking out the garbage, Drano down the drains.
Unless you annexed Houston into New York County, I don't see how this is any of your business. I'm still not hearing any evidence against him in the Lansing case.
We asked the Houston PD if there was a park near where you stayed when you were down there. They said yes. We told them they might want to send a dog and handler to check it out.
Where are you going with this, Mr. McCoy?
Death row. Either here or in Texas.
This is the most colossal bluff I've ever seen. You have nothing.
We have Fort Tryon Park, the train tracks, Houston K-9 units sniffing away. We're closing in on you. Us or Houston, either way, we're going to put you down. They throw the switch a lot faster down there.
I want to speak to Mr. Lazar. Alone. You okay?
With that butcher looking at me like I'm a carcass on a meat hook? Sure, I'm fine.
Premature to threaten him with the death penalty.
Last I heard, the cops had over 600 reports of missing women still to go through. 600.
You have to separate that from Bergstrom.
Against my advice, I'll plead to aggravated assault on Lansing and man 1 of the postal carrier.
Murder 1 for the postman. Life without parole.
Murder 2, 25 to life, and there's a condition. You agree not to extradite him to Texas.
Or any other death penalty state.
Extradition is up to the governor, you know that.
Get a promise from the Attorney General's office not to extradite.
He'll want something in return. Something big.
You get to clear a case you can't even bring to trial because you got squat for evidence and you want a dick.
I'm just telling you what I need to make it work. You put something on the table. I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, you can take your chances.
How would you like to close some open cases?
What cases?
He doesn't say any more till you get him out of range of the death penalty.
Bergstrom's giving you a gift. Take it.
I don't like the wrong end of the sucker bit.
You may have no choice. He's a serial killer. He's going to show you bodies you may never find without his help.
We make this deal with him, he gets those bodies free.
This could be your last chance to stop him.
We're not gonna get perfect justice here. He accepts life without parole. I can live with that.
Why not buy the cops some time to put a case together? We try him for the assault on Davies.
Maybe he gets a year. More likely not. Make this deal with him, we've got him.
So he shows us 2 bodies, 4, 10. What do we say to the families of those women?
If we don't stop him now, what do we say to the families of the women he kills next week, next month, next year? Want to risk their lives? Just for the satisfaction of ending Bergstrom's?
What did the Attorney General say about extradition?
They saw it's the only way we can hang on to him.
Make the deal.
Murder 1 for the mailman, assault 1 and attempted murder 2 for Catherine Lansing, and you open up on the cases you know about. Life without parole.
Murder 2 for the mailman, assault 3 for Lansing, 25 to life.
No.
You make this deal or Mr. Bergstrom and I are out of here.
25 to life.
Did you talk to the Attorney General's office?
Yes. No extradition to a death penalty state.
No admission of guilt in any case he tells you about.
But if we uncovered independent evidence in those cases, we're free to prosecute.
What independent evidence? Anything you find will be based on what he tells you.
We can argue that out with a judge.
Done.
Sir.
I can show you 6 bodies.
No admission.
If you didn't kill them, how do you know where they are?
I heard.
I'll draw you a map.
Four of them had already been discovered.
Exactly where Bergstrom said they'd be.
3 were buried as Jane Does on Hart Island. The 4th was ID'd from dental records. Beth Aldrich. She was shipped home to Minnesota.
We didn't ask to dig her up. We figured we had enough.
Autopsies conducted at the time?
All they had were bones. I can give you approximate times of death, maybe off by months. They all had some chip bones, knife wounds delivered with some force.
The other two?
One was in Fort Tryon Park, one in a train tunnel. Bergstrom visited them. Probably got himself off reliving the good old days.
He led us right to them.
Skeletal remains, chip bones like the others. 5 of the 6 had 3 to 5 knife wounds.
This guy gets away with 6 murders.
Who knows how many more?
His allocution was in 2 weeks. He'll be doing 25 to life.
If anybody ever deserved a needle.
The deal's for Catherine Lansing and the mailman. What about these?
The deal includes these.
Got any paper clips?
DD5s ready?
My wife and I brought Kitty back to the loft from the hospital this morning. This was in the entry, like somebody slipped it under the door. Ann and I were at the loft yesterday afternoon to make sure everything was ready for Kitty to come home.
The note wasn't there then?
No. If you caught the man who attacked my daughter, who the hell left this note?
You're kidding. If you think that was bad, just wait.
He pled guilty. He didn't leave the note. Who else would have accepted the man who attacked me? How many people call you Kitty? My family and Roger and a friend I've known since we were kids. There must be some other people who knew. You're not listening. What if you've got the wrong person? What am I supposed to do?
The police will look into it, find out who left the note.
I can't sleep. I can't eat. Anybody touches me, I cringe. Somebody made my life not worth living, and now he's gonna kill me.
Roger Lansing was in Chicago meeting with a client when the note was left.
Childhood friend who calls her Kitty lives in Denver. The antiques dealer was in Europe servicing another divorcee.
What about Lansing's friend?
McKinney was in the Hamptons.
Lansing has a girlfriend.
She went to visit her parents on the island. Old man owns a carpentry shop there.
Where's the autopsy report on the mailman?
Right.
These U-shaped wounds. You guys know anything about woodworking tools?
Yeah. A little.
Learn more and get a search warrant.
My father's retired. I run the business now. What's this about?
You been to the city lately?
For a few weeks. Why?
Hey, Ray. Shaped like a U. Twist it, you get an O. How about that?
You lied to the police about where you were that weekend, and you missed a little blood on the gouge when you cleaned up.
One of my workers must have cut himself on it.
It fits the wounds on the mailman right down to the nick in the center.
We'll have the blood match by the end of the day. Why Catherine Lansing? Your sister's dating Catherine's husband? How did you get in the mix?
Mr. Ashford has told you he's not for man.
Fine, I'll get an indictment. Murder 1. Attempted murder 2.
What can you do for him?
You need to do for me?
Are you willing to come down for murder 1?
It's possible.
So my sister hooks up with this Lansing guy. He's loaded, but he keeps obsessing on his ex-wife, and Michelle's afraid she's gonna lose him.
And this is the solution you came up with.
It wasn't my idea. She tells me to get rid of the competition and make it look like some psycho did it.
Guess what? Some psycho did do it.
Did Roger Lansing know?
You think she told him? She's still trying to hang on to him.
And how's that working out for her?
Not too well. He's more focused on her than ever before. Calling her, sending her flowers, blowing off Michelle.
Just so we're clear, you tortured Catherine Lansing for 36 hours. You stabbed her in the chest. You left her for dead.
At his sister's instigation.
Did his sister tell him to be sure to kill the mailman on his way out?
The next announcement's gonna be the police can pin the 6 bodies on Bergstrom.
They can't.
He killed those 6 women. He led us to them.
That isn't evidence.
Any word from the other jurisdictions?
Houston PD found a body. Bones, no forensics.
We can't hold him for Mr. Ashford's crime.
Well, we sure as hell can't let him go.
Bergstrom knew we'd find those bodies sooner or later. He preempted us. He played us.
Arrange for his release.
You're not serious.
If the police come up with anything,
Yeah, that's great. That'll work. If we need to find him, we can just follow the trail of blood and bones.
don't rant. Let's hear a solution.
Ashford and his sister killed a postal employee. That's a federal offense. We turn them over to the U.S. Attorney's gift wrapped.
And Bergstrom?
We keep the Ashfords under wraps until after he allocates.
Do you know what you're proposing?
There's no conflict, Jack. The Ashfords will be convicted under a federal statute, Bergstrom under a state one.
Of a crime only one of them could have committed.
New York State expressly allows inconsistent pleadings.
Yeah. Thanks. The Ashfords have closed ranks. They've hired a new lawyer.
How long are you gonna wait to tell us, Mr. Floyd? You've already got somebody in custody for this crime. A serial killer named Bergstrom. He confessed, and he's scheduled to allocute at the end of the week.
Who said he confessed?
I have my sources. You put my clients on trial. I'll call Bergstrom as a witness and watch your face while he tells the jury he did it. I'm moving to dismiss.
Don't tell us. The U.S. Attorney's Office has agreed to take over prosecution of Mr. Ashford for the murder of the mailman. That's a federal crime, in case you didn't know. And you, Miss Ashford, will be prosecuted as his accomplice. You said it was over. This was just a formality.
Let me handle it.
You've handled it right into a federal charge.
Shut up, Michelle.
If you weren't such a stunningly incompetent moron, we wouldn't be here at all.
That sounds like an admission of guilt, Mr. Cowper.
My client is upset. There's no admission.
Well, so they'll plead not guilty in federal court.
When pigs fly.
Settle this.
We left it open, and I called the feds.
Call him back, tell him you made a mistake.
Jack, we cannot let the Ashfords get away with what they did, and we can't lose Bergstrom.
We've already lost him.
Not if the feds take the Ashfords.
The New York County District Attorney's Office won't knowingly convict a man of the wrong crime. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm just taking a page from the Jack McCoy playbook. Nobody gets to bend the rules but you?
I've bent the rules to convict the right person of the right crime. This isn't bending, this is turning the law against itself.
You once hid a witness to get the result that you wanted.
And I was wrong then. You're wrong now. Don't wait till you're facing a disciplinary committee to realize it.
Jack, you know that Bergstrom will torture and kill another woman and another and another.
I want to stop him too, Eddie. Hey, do you still have letterhead from the Houston DA's office?
Yes.
Good. I'm gonna check with Skoda, but maybe we can play Mr. Bergstrom for a change.
A jealous girlfriend, huh? Women.
This changes everything. My client is recanting his confession and changing his plea to not guilty. As for Miss Davies, we're gonna fight you on...
We dropped the assault charge.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth here, but mind if I ask you why?
We don't want anything keeping Mr. Bergstrom here. You're wanted elsewhere. Houston PD found Anna Lasky. What was left of her? They sent a request for extradition. It's all official. Signed, sealed, delivered.
You can't extradite me. We have a deal.
Deal's gone. You recanted.
He said it, not me. I'm not recanting anything.
We can't have you plead to a crime you didn't commit, Mr. Bergstrom. That would be wrong.
You bitch.
A week from tomorrow, you'll be on a plane sandwiched between two of Houston's finest.
I can't do this.
You'll have a speedy trial. Your lawyer will file a couple appeals. He'll lose, and bang. Before you know it, there's that pesky needle.
What are you doing? You're just sitting there. Make her shut up.
Ms. Carmichael.
I'm not done. I'm going to be there. And if they'd let me push one of the plungers, I'd do it and pray it's the one that delivers the fatal dose.
Get her out of here. Get her out.
How does it feel, Mr. Bergstrom? You killed all those women, and now a woman is going to return the favor.
You won't.
Pretty damn ironic, isn't it?
You can't kill me. I won't let you.
Try and stop me.
I'll plead to one of the others, the one by the train tracks.
Hang on. Murder what? Life without parole.
Mr. Bergstrom?
Yeah. Okay.
She doesn't say what happens to me.
Fine. If you change your mind, I'll be waiting.
No, you sit!
You listen to what I did to her. I cut her. And she screamed. I burned her, and she screamed louder. I pushed my fist into her, and she passed out. I made her say she admired me. I had total control. Total.
I thought a long time about what to say today. How to pay tribute, but also tell the truth.
It truly hurts me to think that my actions have caused anyone emotional distress. When I think of the pain that I may have caused, I feel awful. Every day I wish that I could go back in time. I was used to a certain culture of partying and hookups, and many of us never questioned it. But it is time to question it, and I know that I need to be the one to set an example. I'm trying every day to be a better man, to be the man that my parents raised me to be, and to be a positive influence at Liberty High. It is my sincerest hope that you will allow me to do so. Thank you, sir.
Does the county accept the allocution?
We do, Your Honor. Prior to sentencing, the victim would like to exercise her right to make her own statement.
Proceed.
I have to admit, when I was asked to speak today, I didn't want to stand up in front of all these people. But it's what Hannah deserves.
Your Honor, thank you for this opportunity to address the court. If it's all right, for the first part of my statement, I'd like to address the defendant directly.
Go right ahead.
The first weekend in September, my parents were out of town, and my little brothers were at their